Test. Okay, it's working now. There we go. Although, I would better judge it's working if I actually had the headset on correctly. Okay.
Drivers, to your cars.
So, this will be a quick, air quote quick, I mean it's a decent distance, but a test race, test the streaming environment, make sure everything's working correctly for the upcoming NORL Busch Bonanza series. A lot of new cars compared to last year, so it may take a little while to get used to some of the paint schemes, and frankly, I don't know the names of half these drivers, so it might take a while for me to remember them all. Thank you, Tony. Gonna let qualifying play out so if they all run their laps. I'll top off my drink, we'll run through the starting lineup, and we'll get to racing.
Alright, who are the 3 people watching this race?
That is a good question.
Drivers, to your cars.
I don't think we need to sit here for 200 seconds. Well, for a test race, the pole sitter being Polson is not a bad idea.
New player.
Oh god, you're having ideas again?
Hello, Kevin, and welcome to the test broadcast for the Busch Bonanza series.
Yeah, I was going through my YouTube stuff and I saw that you're on. I was like, hey, I haven't been on here like all weekend.
Well, how many of these driver names do you remember? Because I don't remember most of them.
Drivers, start your
I remember Doug Spark.
So Joe Polson?
Our front row is Joel Polson and Nate Moorhead. On the second row, I believe that was Chauncey Redman on the inside, but I didn't catch who that was on the outside. As the cars roll up, we have one that's not started. I think that was the 57 that failed to fire. I believe that was Steve Inkman in the 57.
You exploded a tire.
Let's confirm if my hunch was right. Yes, Steve Inkman in the Chalua number 57 Dodge did not start on the grid, so
Chalupa.
not a good
In
start. for him.
Kahlua?
That's not Kahlua. Kahlua.
Yes, it is.
It's definitely not Kahlua because that's an alcoholic
No,
beverage.
Kahlua is a drink. Kahlua is a hot sauce.
I've always heard with a CH, but you know, I just like the stuff I don't know how to say it. Cars come around turn 3. We expect some high-pace racing today.
High-pass racing, yes.
They do pack up a bit at this track. And hopefully our new graphics package looks good since we're not on Twitch anymore.
And we're all on the boob tube. Here we go, coming out turn 4.
Kevin, you
And
can't
we
say that
are
on the stream.
green.
Where's my Mike Stefanik drop?
And Polson jumps away with the lead on the first lap. So they get 3 wide for third.
Nate Moorhead looking like he's attempting to exit the top 10 by the end of the first lap.
Ah, yes, hashtag oral bussy.
But that's Oral B, Kevin. As in
Oh,
toothbrush.
my mistake.
Field stringing out already. It looks like the 9 might be losing the draft quick here. Jared Mogar going for second. Ooh, that's Stephen Davis in the 45 right up behind him, and it looks like he's going to take a look for second. 57 continues to sit on pit road getting repairs.
They left the thingamabob in the trailer.
And the 45 Honda goes to the lead. But I don't think he's going to hold it. Here comes Cheeseman on the inside in the iRacing Camaro. And Kevin has gas. Oh, the 1 car dives to pit road.
I know
That's
the problem.
Adam
Ain't got no
Beresford?
gas
Adam
in it.
Beresford.
Slowly coming down pit road to the attention of his unpainted pit crew. Hey, the 57's finally getting work done.
They had to run to the trailer to get a new engine.
And here comes Ziggy on the inside for the lead. Looks like Ziggy's going to lead that lap, but the 86, I believe that's Brandon Rains, is going to go for the lead now. The field begins to kind of break up into 2 packs. I love that this track has a weird little shadow glitch, but that's mostly 2003, that it can't put shadows on that many cars without it freaking out a little. Roderick Whitman working his way to the front in an old IROC car. A couple cars bouncing off the wall. Oh, we've had another taker to the pits, 58 now resuming. Clearly some mechanical gremlins to be worked out in this test.
Yeah, that's good. That was running pretty good.
Well, I would not advise racing an AMC Gremlin.
There's a gremlin on the side of the bus. Philip Parker goes to the lead. Now we do expect as the tires wear that the field will get a little less 3 wide as time goes on.
I'm gonna say, is this new Atlanta or?
This is this track is Atlanta 2014. Looks like the 57 is either out or resumed, and he has resumed 5 laps down. That's a pretty big hole that I don't think you can dig out of. Was that the 63 leaving the pit? We keep having guys tied to the pits. I'm wondering if either the I&I is goofy, although this didn't happen in any of my 30 to 40 lap tests, or if it's literally mechanical failures. Or weird pit strategy because of the race distance. Now it looks like Mogar's going to lead that lap. Yes, there are a lot of new paint schemes for this season, but a few classics that are going to stick around from last year.
Hey, who's in the Midas car?
That is... it's not... I don't remember the first name. It's Griffin, but I forget what the C stands for. I don't think it's Christopher. But I
Is that Alex Stello?
Yep, Alex Stello on the outside going for the lead, but I don't think he's going to hold on to it. And I've never been able to tell which low is which, but one of them's going for the lead. Not going to get it as Poulsen blocks him off, and that Montreal Canadiens 007 Pontiac.
Oh yeah. We got some puck tonight.
.34 car's going to work his way underneath the 23 and go for second. A couple of cars keep brushing the wall, but not enough to cause any trouble. As long as you don't break the car, I guess you're not too close to the wall, right? And Ziggy giving a good push to that number 24, pushes him into second. They're going to go for the lead, but Ziggy's going to get shuffled. It looks like Stephen Lowe, that's the Lowe we're talking about, is going to lead the lap in the number 24 Ring of Elysium Toyota. But he's not going to lead the next one from the looks of it. Yeah, they're just having a hard time keeping it pinned down, but the bottom's so strong that if you're not on the bottom down the backstretch, you're going to lose the lead. I think it'll probably be another 10 to 15 laps before they start to get a little more single file, assuming we don't have like a massive crash first. I can hear that we're catching a slower car. Some exciting three-wide action. I hope New Atlanta's anything like this, but I know it won't be. Oh, we got a crash. Oh, and they're still wrecking.
Oh, we got some
Lawrence Van Buren is tore up.
arc breaking.
See if we can get a replay of what happened here. Wow, yeah, he ARCA braked the field. I think the 7 was involved in the initial incident. Let's go up to the blimp/helicopter cam.
That hella blimp.
Oh, Ziggy got the wall, came down, and turned him up into the fence. And then pushed him along for a ways. And then he got ARCA braked. Those cars might not be going any further. Take a look from the onboard of the 9, since we gotta kill some time, since this is not a tape delayed race. This is happening live on my computer. Like, these guys are so far back, I don't know why they're not already out of the gas. Like, clearly the yellows come out. What do you have to gain? Yeah, decent amount of damage on the 9. Here come some of the guys that were off the back of the field but managed to stay out of it. And our Our leader at the yellow is JT Armstrong. Now here's the question. How many people pit? It would be kind of silly not to with 100 some odd laps to go. Since we got 37 on the lead lap before the incident. After the incident there'll probably be a few that take some repairs and maybe drop out of this race. But we still had all 42 cars circulating before that incident. Pit road should be open this time around. Everybody seems to be indicating to the pits. Yeah, that 8 car looks pretty secondhand. This is pretty good pit lane.
I don't know what's made more of spare parts, the driver or the car.
Yeah, the 7 car's got a lot of damage too in the Doctor Who special. This is a perfect pit lane camera.
It actually is.
It's like a little bit of strategy from some of these guys. Looks like some 2-tire stops happening. Is that the 82 that just absolutely obliterated everybody off of pit road? I'll do pretty good to get in and out of the pits without too much incident. It looks like the 8 car has been retired from this race. Very long pit stop for the 007 machine. And for the 02. But they were in the incident, so maybe for accident repairs. Okay, yeah, they all got going, and further takers the second time around. So the 7 and the 8 have both been retired from the event.
It's really no surprise the way we saw a hit from Rod Weston on Lawrence Van Buren.
Yeah, that was a big hit in the Van Buren Capital Pontiac. Yeah, there's just no call for that. They were so far back. I'm curious how much damage the 9's gonna have. He may be a back marker now the rest of the night if he wasn't already. So we've now got 2 cars out of this event. That leaves us with 40 running as we get the 1 to green. Should see a handful of cars pull up to the inside here for the restart. I think I should have upped pace speed. What are we doing, 60? I think 70 would have been appropriate. I guess the fortunate news is it doesn't look like we're going to have any slow accident damaged cars up at the front of the field because we retired them all. So far we're coming to start lap 20. We've had 1 caution and an average speed of 147. And the pace car dives to pit road. Into the restart zone, and the green waves. Really late. Armstrong will clear the lap car of Bluffley and drop to the bottom. Or was it Bluffley? Which way did Tony say it? I'll need Tony to give me a pronunciation guide for the complicated ones. I think I can figure out Inkman and Farrell. So these lap cars don't seem to be pulling up on the leader, but they don't seem too slow, do they? He's not yarding them too badly. I think they're just sort of getting side by side and checking up the whole field because they're side by side. run through scoring here real quick. Yeah, the 9's already off the back of the field, so he may have some substantial damage. Yeah, the back of the field really stretches out. We got some guys that just don't seem to have the horsepower tonight. But we do have a good mix of manufacturers and models in this race. We got Chevys, Pontiacs, Dodges, Toyotas, Hondas, Chevrolet.
All we're missing is an AMC.
Later in the season, we might even see some Volkswagens pop up, and we've also got a random IROC car. Trying to think if I'm forgetting any manufacturer. I mean, we got Camrys, Camaros, Monte Carlos, Impalas, Grand Prix, Intrepids and Challenge and Chargers. All sorts of fun cars out here in these NORL series. Got some Fusions, some Mustangs, some Tauruses, and some 3-wide action in the pack. As I believe that's Brian Lowe that goes to the lead. I'll eventually figure out the 2 Lows. One of them will become Home Depot halfway through the season. Yeah, the 9 car's slow, but not abysmal. He's 4.5 off the lead right now, which isn't really that much worse than he was before the incident. But the 007 has definitely taken some damage, no longer keeping up with the pack. After starting on pole, it looks like it's going to be a see what you can salvage kind of day. These guys really do go hard on these restarts. As the field gets strung out, it's going to get a whole lot harder to pass. We see Ben White move up into second as Alex Stella looks to his inside, and they go 3 wide now. Kevin, you have any favorites of the new paint scheme so far?
I've been looking through, and honestly, anything that's Pontiac, I'm just loving it.
Even that old Pontiac number 60, was it 68?
Well, with the exception of that one, that could use a refresh.
That is a ancient Pontiac. See, that's the fun thing. We have a lot of different makes and models and interesting sponsors in this series. As you may have noticed this year, the number 18 Cristiano de Sá has picked up sponsorship from a whole bunch of home country sponsors from Brazil.
Trying to see where Doug Spark is running.
They've even incorporated the Brazilian flag. I don't know for sure that Doug Spark is actually in this race.
Well, he should be. What the...
Doug Spark did not make this race. There's a roster that is more than 43 cars, so he didn't make this one.
Son of a...
That explains why I haven't seen...
I gave that boy all my old equipment when I joined your team for this season.
Ooh, we got a car
and
on
he
the
can't
apron.
qualify with it
We've
either.
got a big crash in the back. That looked like 5 or 6 cars in the wall. The 57 is toast. He was just trying to salvage a day 5 laps down, and now he's going to need to... Oh, Lord, he's going to have to salvage that car. Let's see what happened here. 37 got the wall, came down the track. Ziggy in another one. Ooh, and over it goes, tumbling across the banking a couple of times, and comes to a stop in the middle of turn 2. That's going to be day over. Go on the... 007 comes through.
Rough day for the 57. Started from the pits a few laps behind and ends on its roof.
See if we can get an onboard from the 00 of Trey Larkin.
You know what they say, race car spelled backwards is race car, but race car upside down is expensive.
Yeah, that 00 car might be done too. Yeah, I think, what was that, the 37 of Deacon King? Is that who's in the 37? No, that's Nigel, name I can't pronounce at all. That just got up into the wall, and when he tried to get it off the wall, I think he turned down across the 58 and then down into Ziggy in the 57, because we were really, yeah, we were 4 wide there, and that's just not going to work a lot. Just not quite enough room for that. Yeah, 58 got some damage in that too. We'll have to see how bad it is. I'm sure we'll have a lot of callers to pit road after that one. And let's see, so our leader under this caution is Jonathan Cheeseman in the 55 iRacing Camaro. Let's see, I don't believe that anybody got a lap back during that sequence, so that's unfortunate for them. The one car was close, though. If he could have been one more spot up, he would have gotten a lap back. Wasn't the 36 off the back of the field for the first yellow? And now he's running third.
Solid.
It's a nice turnaround. What the hell are we doing with this pacing? Catch up to the leader, you jerks. Now, it looks like we're going to get just about all the lead lap cars, if not all of them. That does look like all of them, doesn't it? Busy, busy pit road. And it looks like the 45 is going to win the race off of pit road quite handily. 55 is going to lose, what, 3 spots, go back to 4th. A little bit of contact there between the 36 and the 23, I think that was. Looks like damage to the, no, that's 34. To 34, some damage. Long stop for the 22. And the 57 appears to have been retired from this event. Yep, the 00 and the 57 out. We now have 38 cars running, 4 of them a lap down. And our leader is the Ghost, Stephen Davis. Followed by Chad Glass in the 36. Yare Rodriguez in number 6. Then Cheeseman dropping some spots on the pit stop in the 55. And then Troy Torgerson in the 69 rounds up the top 5 as we get the 1 to green. So it does seem like our crashes tend to be happening right about mid-pack. We could just get a clean start and get 15-20 laps under our belts. I think we might actually start getting strung out a little bit, but we haven't gotten there yet. Oh, that 58 got a decent amount of damage. They cut the bumper panel off of the DirecTV Mustang. Do you know that DirecTV had that new logo, and they have for a few years? I'd never seen that logo before.
Yes, I'm very aware.
Hadn't seen it. I went to start painting the new version of that car and started using the old logo, and then looked and went, that's not the logo anymore. I think I need to redo this Sunoco car. I want to try to do the same base, but the blue numbers don't work.
No, I feel like white would have worked just fine.
Anything else probably would have worked better. Like, even if it was
neon yellow?
Red numbers with
green?
blue outline.
Did you paint that one, Tim?
I painted that, I'm going to guess, in 2011, and that was just my Sunoco car with different numbers and on a Impala.
Well, other than that, it is very nice.
Yeah, it's just taken from, like, the shelter on a Sunoco station that had that pattern on it. I just flipped it upside down, stuck it on the back of the car, and we're green. Lap cars got a little better getaway that time. Gonna go 3 wide. I believe that's Stephen Lowe making us 3 wide in the 24 Ring of Elysium Toyota. Looks like Stephen Davis got passed up by the 36. In fact, there's a couple of cars ahead of the leader. If a yellow were to come out, we might get some guys back on the lead lap. It's a log jam up the front of the field here. They're going to go 3 wide, 2 for the lead, 1 is a lap car on the high side. 58 doesn't seem to be as off the pace as I would have expected with all that damage. Maybe cutting the bumper off's an advantage. '82's gone to the pits. Oh, we've got 4 wide action. Oh, we've got a big crash. Stephen Davis in the wall. Cars wrecking behind him. Cheeseman's in at 66, 72. It's the big one. That's going to be a lot of cars. We got a lot of smoke and a lot of carnage down the back straightaway. A lot of tore up race cars. And a tore up camera from the 64 car. Well, let's see if we can piece together what happened there. They got 4 wide, and that's just not been working all day. Maybe race control needs to beat that into these drivers, although with that many cars in a wreck, I don't know that they'll need to. Alright, let's see if we can figure out where this started. So we got 4 wide, the 1 car on the high side, 73, the 15 hit, push the 6 up a little bit, and then the 73 and the 15 are going to hook and, yeah, shove everybody up the track. We're going to turn the 63 over, 6 hard into the wall, 45 hard into the wall, and then comes back down in front of the field, and the car's just going to stack up here.
Wrecking again? This is ridiculous.
Yeah, oh, Lord, the 82.
Oh, Lord, this is just a parking lot.
We have got to watch the onboard of that 82 car. I think he flew through there on his way out of the pits at full speed and didn't hit anything.
I'm dropping the hammer. No, you're not.
Yeah, he had just had an unscheduled pit stop and was on his way out of the pits when everything turned loose here.
That's the 82 of Grant Wide, the Crashman machine.
He barely lifts and just drives straight through it all. Too bad he's still going to be a lap down. Now, who was that got hooked into the inside wall up here? Well, the good news is we can't keep wrecking like this on realistic damage because we will run out of cars. Who is that? Is that the 55 that went into the inside wall? Yeah, just the track got blocked. Cars were coming back up across the track. They're still wrecking here. The 9 went around. Yeah, that was Major League junk right there. And coming back around for the pit stop, our leader is going to be Cristiano De Sa. So I think the AI need to be slightly tweaked down here because they're bouncing off each other just a little too much. Good thing we got a few weeks before this race even comes up in the actual season when it will matter. But Dave Daniels staying out? I mean, they hadn't been out there very long, so. Yeah, I think this will take a bunch of cars out of contention in the pack. As we have the 36 turned around coming into this pit stall.
Oh, what?
And turned around again. He's just bouncing off everybody. De Sa lost a ton of spots on that pit stop, but I think a lot of people just took a splash. Surprised at the number of cars that are actually seeming to resume here. So let's see, we're down to 33 cars running. The 51, 22, and 63 were eliminated. And we get the 1 to green. Our leader, Dave Daniels. And the number 0, Kingsford Charcoal Charger. 4 of them that are going to line up on the inside, 2 of the missing bumpers.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna take off from that. We'll see you.
Have a good one, Kevin.
See you later.
Player left.
The one thing, Alex, I really like about this, the BGN, well, the GNS version of this mod, the swapping pace cars are default in the mod, and they work for me, so each race we have a different pace car. I probably need to make some new and more varied pace cars, but it's kind of cool to not see the same black one every single time. Alright, let's see if we can get some green flag running. We still got about 100 to go. Pace cars in. And we're green. I think the 58 might be a little bit further down on speed now. As Dave Daniels and the 24 both just gapping on the start. Let's see, the 58 actually does hold the fastest lap of the race at a 28.2, but I don't think he's going to run too many more like that. Yeah, some of these lap cars are now a bit off the pace, and the field's gotten pretty strung out on this start. This 24 goes to the lead. The 86 gets around this roadblock and will try to join the lead 4 to make it a 5, maybe 6 car lead draft here. Yeah, we got a nice little lead draft now. This will probably mean a lot less yellow now that we're strung out, as I jinx it to the commentator's curse. And Whitman moves up to second. He's going to have a look at the lead here soon. Grant Lyde is up here fighting to try to get a lap back.
Why is he lying?
I don't know. Been trying to decide if that's going to be one that gets a new paint scheme or not. It's not a terrible paint scheme, just a low-res template. Whitman takes a look for the lead. He's got the inside in 3 and 4. Here he goes. Momentum's with him. He's got the 80 Beepus car lined up behind him. And he's going to lead that lap, but he might get shuffled here. The 80's going to go for the lead himself. So we've got a 10-car lead draft with 9 of them on the lead lap as Ben White goes for the lead in the Old Dominion Freight Lines Pontiac. He's going to take the lead, but I don't know if he'll even have it at the start-finish. He'll lead that lap, but just barely. He's got 3 wide from the lead. These guys have learned nothing from watching the pack crash. And we got the slow car, 34 up ahead that they're catching quick. That thing looks very secondhand. I'm surprised it's making minimum speed. It's going to stack this pack up and maybe shake it up too. 40 jumps to the high side. He's going to get around him, but bottom line's going to get stuck behind him here for a moment. And that's going to break this pack up, at least for the time being. As Chauncey Redmond leads that lap, but is immediately going to get shuffled by low number 24. I can never remember if it's Stephen or Brian. That's Stephen and Brian's in the 23, right? I'll figure it out by halfway through the season. As Roger goes
I don't think you will.
No, you're probably
I
right.
thought Steven was in the 23, but I'm probably wrong. I'm checking that career stats right now.
Stephen's the 24. Oh, we caught another slow car. The 1 is way off pace. Oh, and he wrecks Chauncey Redmond. They're spinning. We've got a big crash because black cars are dipshits. The 86 is upside down.
This race stinks.
That's gonna eliminate some more cars. Oh, Stephen Davis is a dumbass. Just drove into the back of the stopped car.
He just eliminated himself.
Now, they will be hunting him in Phasmophobia. As Project Whitman leads as we take the yellow. Yeah, that one car just sort of blocked it right up into the fence. We were nice and strung out there too. I was thinking, oh, we'll get a nice green flag run. It'll be great. I knew I jinxed it when I said it was looking like a green flag run. Yeah, the only thing I changed on this track is I changed the AI wall offset from 30 to 100. I think I might need to drop it just a little bit so they can rub through each other a little better. Because defaultly I only had them crash once. This is like at the checker, so maybe a little tweaking before this points race comes up. But the racing action's good. They just keep having dumb wrecks. I think the wrecks are going to get less after that one because that probably wiped out 3 more cars. At least. And they all seem to be coming down the pit lane. Oh, looks like Mogar's going to lead them off the pit road here. Now imagine how bad this would be on moderate damage. Because at least on this realistic damage, we're knocking some of these guys out of the race. So let's see, the 69's been retired, the 64's been retired, the 1 is out. I expect the 86 will be retired here shortly too. Oh, there went another one that just disappeared. Yep, we just had 3 retirements at once. 45, 86, all out. We're down to 27 cars. Hopefully we'll stop crashing then. A guy can dream, right? Only got, what, 3 a lap down now? Because we keep wiping out the lap cars. Yes, I think this I would be perfect for the, what was it, the Arca Bonsai series? So yeah, this I is going to need some work before the actual points race, but the racing action's good. It's just they're getting 4 wide and killing themselves. It's most of the issue. Lights are out on the pace car. 1 to green will take the green flag to start lap 53 of 147. Got 3 cars laps down, and one of them is the abysmally slow remnants of the number 34 Midas car. Who, maybe for grins, we will take a helicopter shot of on the start. And watch how quickly the field goes around him. So let's see, when the full season comes, we have exciting races to look forward to. Places like Daytona, Lime Rock Park, Talladega, right here in Atlanta, Berlin, North Wilkesboro, Rockingham, Hickory. Go all over the country on a bunch of short tracks to boot. Pace car is in. Let's see how slow this 34 car is on the start. And we're green and back to racing. They're going around him on both sides, jeez. Well, if you're stuck behind him in the high side, that's a death sentence for a little while here. Yeah, that was a death sentence for Phil Parker, wasn't it?
Yeah, Peter not having a good time.
Member joined.
Who could that be?
All the blacks in the country.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Spears. We're streaming a fucking Bonanza test race. You're gonna start with your racist shit again?
I apologize, Spears.
I'm not racist.
Neither's Dog.
Good luck convincing the chat, whoever the hell's in there.
Are you on the YouTube?
Yep, we're Bonanza action on YouTube. Our leader as we finish lap 55 is Cristiano De Sa.
This race stinks.
It's been a carnage-filled race, but now that we've wiped out nearly 20 cars.
The field.
Yeah, we might get some green flag running, although that 34 car stinks.
How many, oh, okay, I see. Oh, you're running a long race. Yeah, I'll watch this.
This is actually only 5% less than the actual Bonanza race that Atlanta's going to be.
Nice. Well, I'd have to watch the series, because I don't know any of the drivers.
Neither does the guy commentating, so... Oh, yeah.
Hey, I know some of the drivers.
The next time we're under yellow, I'll show you the cool graphic that I have for the intro and outro.
Listen, Brad Capers knows all.
So our leader right now is Cristiano De Sa. Second, now moving up, is Jared Mogar in the 15, and third is Stephen Lowe in the Ring of Elysium 24 car. That 82 of Grant Lyde is a lap down after an unscheduled pit stop right before the big one.
Wait, we have a Ring of Elysium car?
Yes, he previously had a Call of Duty car for A, 2 identical Call of Duty cars, and B, Activision is bad in K. I'd rather support the Chinese than Activision.
So he's in the Ring of Elysium car?
Yes, it's a different Battle Royale game instead of Call of Duty Warzone.
Also a more appropriate game for our group.
Exactly.
We're gonna put Dog in the Phasmophobia car next season.
Well, you know, if I'm going to paint him a new Bonanza car, that could be it. JT Armstrong moves his way up with Project Whitman, moving into the top 5. A very select lead pack here, mostly decided by who could get around the 34 car in the initial start. Spears, you've missed Stephen Davis making himself into a ghost by plowing into a car that was stopped on the apron.
Ooh, not good. Did he actually do that? I'll watch it in the VOD. I'll find it. You know what lap it was?
It was within like the last 15 laps. It was in the last yellow.
Oh, you had a long coverage will begin shortly.
Yes, I was waiting for the NFL game to begin. That tells me you've seen the cool graphic I made. And figured out how to set hotkeys in OBS so I can toggle that until I'm actually in the Sims. So you don't have to see my freaking desktop. I think I will do a different one of those for just general streaming purposes.
I think you're gonna surpass the quality of Tony.
And then what I got to do is I also realized that I left my fake face cam on. I got to turn that off. But what I need to do is get a camera and then become a VTuber. Oh Lord, the 34 car. Oh Lord, the 34 car. Oh Lord, the 24 and the 34 car. Oh Lord. That could have been a massive crash there for Stephen Lowe, but somehow the 34 didn't crash. And Desa pulls a huge lead, comparatively. Although with the
Ooh,
way
I'm seeing somebody tumble now.
Yeah. Yeah, there've been a couple tumbles.
Lap 20.
That 34 car is going to be the traffic that I think decides the race if he's still running at the end, because he just removed a car from the lead draft.
Where'd Kevin go?
Yeah, I think he just saw that was online. Popped in and see what's going on. Saw that Doug Spark didn't auto-qualify to this race because there's more than 43 cars in the car set.
Oh, that was Trey Larkin? Ooh, not good.
Yeah, Trey was in one. Ziggy's been in two of them without getting too much damage.
This series is so funny.
I mean, I'm greatly considering trying to get No Limit Phil into this series, but I think we already have enough cars, given that the full-time series list is like 52 cars.
Who's number 45?
45. 45 is Stephen Davis.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was confused. Is he really driving a Toyota?
That's not a Toyota.
What is it?
That's a Honda. That is a Lotus Honda.
Couldn't see the, oh, I see it now. Yep.
The 42 is also off the pace and about to be caught by our lead group. Now being led by JT Armstrong.
Ooh, I just saw him get killed. Oh, there's that
they
shell
caught him.
car. That looks good. I don't like the numbers. I mean, I don't dislike the number. It's just weird seeing that number with that font.
Yeah, it's weird to have a 63 Evernham font. Ooh, that was almost a
Yeah.
crash in front of the field as they lapped the 42. And Desa goes back to the lead.
Just the Evernham font is so horrible.
You think it would be better without the little, like, crown thing on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then is it really the Evernham font?
I'm gonna agree with Brad here. I mean, it's pretty terrible.
And Tim, as a master painter, should know.
Yeah, how dare you,
Sometimes
sir.
I make crummy paint schemes. Sometimes I make crummy paint schemes on purpose.
Yeah, like mine in the Extravaganza series.
What are you talking about? Your new one's good.
Yeah, you did that on purpose. You made it. You made the numbers too big on purpose. You told me.
Yeah, because that was one of your demands. The original car had massive numbers. You wanted big numbers.
Okay.
Well, I'll rephrase. That's what JB demanded. And he is
That's
the
what
team
JB
owner.
said.
Yeah, that's what JB
Yeah,
told me.
JB, the team owner of Lucas Racing.
Is that?
Well, we
is
all
that
know
Dave
that
Daniels?
Dalton, yes, Dave Danielson zero.
Oh my God.
Dalton is like the Queen of England, the figurehead, but doesn't actually have any other power except declaring war.
She actually can do that?
Yes, the Queen can declare war.
That's really scary.
Considering she's fucking pre-boomer.
Looks like the 15 might get tailed off the back of the field, but I think he's working hard. Yep, Mogar's going to stick with the lead group. We've got 6 lead lap cars in the lead group now. As Cristiano Desa continues to lead as we work lap 69. Nice.
Ooh, nice.
Yes, I like that the new Cristiano Desa car actually makes it apparent that he's Brazilian. There's some very subtle clues.
Tim, you'll be happy to know that I did watch the end of the 24.
Did
and
you,
I was
did you like that battle?
Oh, I was very annoyed with Lee Diffie because he's over here talking about the fucking DPIs when the pros were having the best race.
I'm not a big fan of Lee Diffie.
I'm like, dude, would you shut the
first
fuck
off,
up?
Lee Diffie can't say Mazda.
Yeah, he can't. I've noticed that.
I don't think he can say Daytona. Oh my lord, the 34 car again.
Oh, wow, they are way off pace. That's the Midas touch right there.
The 34 is doing 33.8.
Jeez.
Dude, Midas is terrible.
Well, he also got destroyed in a crash.
No, I mean Midas the franchise is terrible.
Well, yeah, I'm sure, but it's a halfway decent paint scheme on a completely destroyed Mustang now.
That Craftsman car, that looks like Zach's truck.
No, it doesn't. This is a Craftsman car I painted in 2011.
Yeah, it looks like it if you just, think about the colors and that's
Yeah,
it.
I'm trying to decide if I'm going to repaint that one. If I do, I'll just do the same basic livery again, just in higher res.
I like
JT
how
Armstrong
you're
takes the lead.
I like how you're the NORL on YouTube and Tony is the NORL on Twitch.
Well, I figured since I'm going to do them on YouTube, I did new graphics for YouTube, and if Tony wants to move over to YouTube, I'll give him the STP and he can do it too. But
it allows for all 7 fans of the series.
I don't know why Tony doesn't just do it on YouTube, because then he doesn't have to export to YouTube.
It just auto archives, yeah.
John C. Redmond looking for the lead in that number 40 Pennzoil car that Tony demanded be the Pennzoil scheme. Wow, he just faded badly. That is the Pennzoil scheme with a slight twist.
Why is Chauncey Redmond this good?
I don't know. Is that a real person?
Yeah.
Is he a football player?
Yes.
Of
He's
course.
on Madden 06 or Madden 08.
Well, you'll be happy to know that John Hussey did not make the race, and will oddly probably not make any races because his qualifying ratings are garbage.
Nah, a game will give him 1 race.
I mean, I'll probably find a way to get him into 1 somehow.
Look,
what I'm gonna do is what I suggested Tony do it for Extravaganza. So he told me who were for the start of the season who had, provisionals for being in the points. So everybody that's not, I'll have in a roster where they'll run a queue session. I'll export those times. The top, I guess, 22 of those will then go on the roster for the race with the locked-in cars.
How is the wiki page still up?
I think that 40 car's got some damage and does not lead well. Actually, it does look like that driver's side is banged up.
I just realized that the wiki page was actually still up.
So, honest question, can you export that wiki page?
Yeah, it's all in text files. So if you want to put it onto a Google Sheet or something,
no, what I was going to say is, if one of you wants to export it and zip it up, I'll just put it on the website. Granted, you won't be able to edit it on the website.
Yeah, let me log in and download the latest copy of the website. I haven't done that in a while anyways. But yeah, it's all text file. It's super easy.
At the very least, we could back it up that way, and, Tony has access to that section of the site if memory serves, so at least he should. Maybe he doesn't.
Well, maybe Anthony Pizarro lost his password 8888, doesn't have it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the 40 of Redmond has got damage. He's slow down the straightaway, but he's sticking with this group. I love that this top 5 now is 4 cars I painted and 1 that somebody else painted. I did not paint that GoDaddy car. Which is probably why the paint scheme goes onto the rear window, because there's no fucking rear window decal on it.
Yeah, I last edited the wiki in June. I cannot believe they didn't archive the site.
Oh, here comes the 34.
What are you guys keeping the stats in now on the sheet?
So I'm just using Race Points Manager is what I'm going to use. I think that's what Tony's using. Nope, that's not the 34, that's the 42 they're catching at a high rate of knots. And they all slow down to stay behind him for some reason. That second group is not coming back to him at the moment. Desau losing ground behind the 42. He better get around him here in 1 and 2, otherwise it's going to be game over as they catch the 34. That might give him another breath of life.
I can't believe Tony never used N ratings.
I'm shocked. It would have made his life so much easier. All the stuff he's been doing by hand, it will do for you. Oh, JT just got royally screwed by this 34 car. Come on, get around him. Yeah, what would have probably taken him 20 minutes to rate by tier and then do driver ratings in sim.
I can't believe he never used it either.
I did in N ratings, and I'm going to make all my rosters in it. It's going to be so much easier. I also discovered you can't select multiple lines and copy and paste them into a spreadsheet, but you can select one at a time. So I took each line one at a time that I had and exported them over to the Google Sheet. I think JT has lost the lead draft here. So we're down to 4 cars in the lead draft, and one of them is frankly damaged. You notice what camera I haven't used yet? I haven't been using the chase cameras.
I would love to see the bumper cam for
As we
9
ride on
laps.
board with Jared Mogar in the 15 Army National Guard Chevrolet.
Is this scheduled pretty close to the Cup schedule?
So I started with that. There are some companion races, some standalones. The schedule's actually, I posted the other night. It's not clickable on the website, but it has been uploaded to the website. I know we start with Daytona just like the Cup cars. And we run a couple of the mile and a half, but not too many of them. We run a lot of those short tracks. We run places like Hickory, Orange County, Greenville, Pickens, North Wilkesboro, Memphis, Nashville Fairgrounds, Bristol, Martinsville, Richmond, Berlin, South Boston. For road courses, we're going to the Glen, we're going to Hartman Park, we're going to Lime Rock. I'm trying to remember if there's another one. I think that's all. No, Road America.
Road America.
Daytona and Talladega are both on. Atlanta's on. That might be the only mile and a half. I'm not running Kansas, Chicago, or Kentucky. I don't think we're running Michigan or Ottawa. I could be wrong about that.
We better not.
We are running Homestead at the end of the year. Alright, the Steven Spears special, the bumper cam.
It's ringing. Where did Dog go?
I think with the Rams won and he decided to jump off the bridge, I don't know.
No, he did that when the Bengals won.
You're right. Well, after we wiped out most of the field, the race got a lot more green, he said, Vincent.
Hey, the Bengals won today?
Yeah, Mahomes
There was a
garbage in the second half.
There was a game on?
I know.
I didn't know there was a game on.
Alright, we're catching another lap.
Neither did Patrick Mahomes
No, he only knew about half the game.
or Andy Reid.
That is like the worst second half performance I've ever seen in a playoff game. And it's even like, yeah. Andy Reid completely ditching the run game just blows my mind. Like, why? Like, please, somebody please hire Bieniemy so this can stop.
Riding on board with Cristiano De Sa from the rear bumper cam, looking back at all the competition.
It's never gonna happen because everyone just watched that game.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
So I think they do need one green flag pit stop to make it to the end. Oh, we must have just caught a slow lap car. We've lifted. Yep, there's 34. We're gonna ride on board the 34 as he checks up the entire field. Oh, 15 pitting. It's green flag stops. Jared Mogar is going to be the first of the takers for the green flag pit stop. Should be able to make it 57 laps to the end, I would think. That seems reasonable at Atlanta, doesn't it? Crew comes around to the right sides. As he goes down a lap, we got more takers. Redmond and Armstrong into the pits. Whitman as well. Looks like Polson and one of the Lows. I believe that's Brian Lowe coming in behind him. 73, and I think that's the 37 coming together. Be interesting to see how these cycle through, if there's any advantage to pitting early. The tires do wear a bit here. 80 car coming in. Here comes our leader, De Sa. The 24 goes to the lead now.
I'm downloading the wiki.
few more takers. I see Ziggy in behind him and Ben White. Cheeseman comes in. A few more takers. Looks like Tony Gunk, Philip Parker, Nate Moorhead, and is that Harding? And here comes Stephen Lowe from the lead. Looks like more coming behind him. Let's see, we haven't cycled through. I'm not sure who's leading at the moment. I think most of the cars have now come to pit road that were in contention. '82 comes in. And I think this is going to be for the race lead. I think Desaw is going to come out miles ahead of Lowe. There goes Desaw. He may have a half a straightaway advantage here when we come out of the pits. He's going to jump to the high side on the 34 and the 79 who just came out of the pits. He's going to get around him? No, he's going to get boxed in. He's going to lose a lot of this advantage to the 34 car. Here comes the 5 up behind him. Desaw cycles to the lead. Second place, JT Armstrong in the 5. Then Redmond in the 42 seconds back after the cycle. Desaw has some help from the 79 if it's up the song, and the 5 is going to be there with him here as well. He's going to go right on around the 79 of Diet Dr. Kelp machine. Apparently not impressed by the missing Diet Dr. Kelp with his pizzas. The slow 42 checks up the 79, and the 5 is going to breeze by them both. Redmond losing time to the leader. Looks like the only one that really is in with a shout at the moment is Armstrong. If he can pull back half a second here, the draft should be able to do that for him. As the 82 limps back to the pits. Armstrong's got the leader. As Redmond continues to fade. We have now got 20 cars in the lead lap as the 82 gets retired with a fueling issue.
What?
It's the other nice thing about doing it live. I can look at stuff and it says no fuel for the reason he's out of the race. So here's the question. If you're the 5, do you just sit here and ride and wait for the very end, or do you think you can maybe pull away from him? I don't think with this package you can pull away. As Redmond fades back to the second group. Ben White has caught him. Polson, Stephen Lowe. It's like Mogar with the lap 66 car coming up behind him. As well as Jack Painter looks like he might be tagging onto the back of this group. Haven't seen much of Jack Painter in the 33 car all day.
Former Extravaganza Rookie of the Year.
This pack's not going to go anywhere, though, if they're going to be 3 wide. Yes, they continue to lose time to the leaders. They may, frankly, need a caution to get back in this. Yeah, it still looks like Redmond's car just is not 100%. He doesn't really pull up on a car ahead of him very well. Oh, they gained a little time that lap. That's what they need to keep doing.
This is so drafty.
Don't you like drafty Atlanta? Because it's probably what we're going to get for at least the truck race this year.
fictional AI racing, yes. For real life racing, no. I fucking hate every single mile-and-a-half NASCAR runs. They should all be burnt to the ground.
So-
Never run again.
I would argue the drafty races would work if they weren't drafty plus aero tight, aero unable to get near the guy in front of us. Like, the OG IndyCar package on speedways was great. It was a big draft package, but you didn't get so much aero push you couldn't follow a guy through the corner and then jump to his outside or try to make a move. Last year's Cup package, though, was so much dirty air that you couldn't get close enough to really get alongside him, so you didn't get that big of a run down the straightaway.
Tim, you're never going to get anyone to agree with you that's actually seen a race before 2000.
I mean, those races were sometimes good. Sometimes the leader drove away and nobody could do anything about it.
Totally fine with the leader driving away. Absolutely.
I think that becomes a problem when the broadcast partner just doesn't know how to show anything else.
Exactly. Stop showing me the leader. Show me them battling for 19th.
Well, I'm showing you these guys trying to get up to the lead, and they're doing it.
They're working together.
Mogar and Painter have caught the back markers with the leaders, and I think they're going to be with the leaders here shortly, and I think we got a few more coming with them. As they go past the lap car of Nate Moorhead. That 80 car is glorious shitpost status, by the way. Yep, they've got him. So we've got at least 4 cars in with a shout now. And it's probably going to shortly be 5 as Brian Lowe works his way through these cars. I don't know if any more of them are going to get back on terms. I think Broderick's completely out of it. 10 seconds back, I don't think he's going to get that back out of yellow. Yep, here come Lowe and White trying to work their way up. Actually, we got both Lowe's trying to get back in. Stephen Lowe's a little bit back with Redmond. They might be able to get some draft and get up here. As Moorhead gets dropped out of the back of this lead group. And they're catching the slow, broke down 42 car. That could check some guys up and change the complexion of this. Here comes Ben White moving into the top 5. The 42 checks up Mogar. Desau's had a good car this run, and the last run. He just goes to the lead and sits there. I think he's going to be tough to beat when it comes down to it here in about 40 laps.
Who is the defending Bonanza champion?
That's a question Tony didn't give me an answer to. Because I don't think he actually finished last season, so he just needs to decide who was leading when he stopped. Well, this lead group is back down to 4 cars. The lap car really broke him up that time. I think Colson's now out of contention to get back in this lead draft. He's now 5 seconds back and fading. Man, Painter was running around like mid-pack, I guess, most of the race. We didn't see much of him. Now he's up here with a legitimate shot to win this thing. The Lowe's need to just work together. I think they're faster than Redmond, and if they can work together, I think they can try to get back up there. They're catching the 34 again. As Phil Parker races the leaders for no reason and puts them 3 wide. Oh, that's a big checkup. Big checkup. Desau gets boxed in behind the 34. Now Painter's going to get boxed in behind him too. The Lowe's are now with Painter. Parker and Desau pull ahead. Ben White gets around the lap car. Desau stretching to a half-second lead now. Armstrong really not helped by that lap car, but now he's got Mogar with him. See if they can pull up on these guys and maybe reform a pack here and try to get up to the leaders. As they go past to lap the 55 car of Jonathan Cheeseman, Desau still holds a half-second lead over Ben White with help from that 79 Diet Dr. Kelp machine.
Damn, this thing is almost over.
Do what?
I said, damn, the race is almost over.
Yeah, it's a nice quick race. Once we got it going green. Desau continues to stretch his lead, but now he's side by side with the 79 who wants that lap back in case something happens. We've got a pack forming behind Desau. They're going to have a run. Here comes Painter going for the lead off of 4. He's going to take the lead from Desau. As they catch the slow 73 car, he's going to get shuffled to the outside. And Desau gets stuck behind the lap car. That's not good. That's not good at all. But maybe this lap car will get a little pace when it gets into this draft group, but I don't really count on it. Desau still stuck behind the 73 as Stephen Lowe jumps to his inside. And look at that, Chauncey Redmond coming back up to the front. So much for that car being out of contention with damage. Desau finally clears the lap car. Doesn't lose too much ground in all that, just loses some position in the line. And let's see, so our top 8 are all in this pack. 9th, Colson is now 10.5 seconds back, fading back to Roger Whitman running in 10th, 12 seconds back. As Redmond goes to the lead. Oh, but Stephen Lowe's going to take a look at him in the turn 1 here. Now look at how quickly you can shuffle right back up to the front. 73 is actually now hanging in this pack, so maybe he does have some pace. As they come to catch the 42, who certainly does not have any pace. Where they catch him is going to decide who's going to have some work to do. 3 wide to the lead, Mogar to the bottom, but he's going to get blocked by the 42. Desau is going to resume the lead. Bunch of cars bottled up behind this 42, but looks like they're going to go by him on both sides. Got a 3-car breakaway at the front now. Desau, Stephen Lowe, and Chauncey Redmond Jr. The rest of them working to get back on terms. Looks like they finally shuffled the 37 out of this pack of cars. He was a lap down at least running with them. They're getting strung out single file. They're trying to get back together though. I think they're all going to manage to do it. It's just a question of how much they get compacted together and whether they catch another slow lap car as I see the 34 on the horizon. And the leaders have caught the 34. Mostly single file except Stephen Lowe, who's going to lose all his track position here and get severely slowed down as Desau and Redmond catch Dave Daniels, who's off the pace with some accident damage. And things now look pretty dire for Stephen Lowe trying to get back into contact here. He's now 2.5 seconds back to the couple of lap cars between him and the next lead lap car even. He needs him to catch a slow lap car and get checked up here pretty quick, otherwise he's going to disappear out of contention. As Jared Hogar goes for the lead down the backstretch. And he's going to take it here in 3 and 4. Is he going to keep it at the line, or is Redmond going to pop on him on the front stretch? No pop from Redmond. Armstrong to his inside. And Stephen Lowe has lost contact with the lead group. Unless they catch a slow lap car and dramatically slow, he's going to be out of contention without a yellow. It's only now one lap car hanging in this lead draft. The 79 sticking with him. Next car they'll come up to lap is the 72 of Alex Stello. Stephen Lowe continues to fade backwards. As I said, I think he's out of contention for this. They catch the 72 now. Painter goes to the inside, but he's going to get blocked by the 72 car. Nope, maybe he's not. 72 slides up. Painter's going to go to the lead. Ben White's going to look to his inside and put him 3 wide off here into 1. Big push from Desai is going to push Ben White out clear as we come onto the backstretch. Desai's going to have a look for the lead himself. Not there. Now he pops out to turn 4, goes for the lead. Won't get it at the line, but he'll probably get it here in 1 and 2. We got a tight little pack here. Just 7 cars in contention for the win now. A couple of lap cars hanging on to the back of this group. For the time being, anyway. Looks like they're going to catch 2 slow lap cars here down the backstretch. They duck to the inside of the 42. Ben White's going to get stuck on the outside behind him, though. I think the car to beat in this group is probably that 18 car.
Way to jump out on a limb.
Well, he keeps going to the front and riding there, and every time he gets shuffled, he gets right back up, and the 19 just got absolutely ruined there. Still losing time. That's going to be his chances of winning this gone. That 19 car just lost 2 seconds in a lap. As they catch the 34, that may have helped if they get them checked up here. Oh, the 34 is really messing up this lead group. Blocking in Desai, getting him 3 wide. That might bring the 19 right back. Redmond to the lead. Desai still stuck behind the lap car. Finally gets to his inside off of 4. And that brought Ben White right back into this thing. So much for being out of it. Jack Painter fading back, though. He needs to get back on terms pretty quick. They spread out through 3 and 4. They're looking 4 wide. And I guess we do need one more pit stop. The 23 and the 15 have just dove into the pits. Some of the cars went, what, 3 or 4 laps longer, but that's not going to be enough to get us to the end. We're all going to be pitting with almost 10 to go, it looks like. This could be a big shakeup. I really thought they could all make it. Looks like we got more takers. The 5 and the 18 are heading in. There they go. The 40's in too. That'll put Ben White into the lead, but he's now out there with just Painter in the lead draft. Can't imagine that's going to be too long of a pit stop for some of these contenders. I would think just splash and go, but let's take a look. Right side's for Armstrong. Right side's going on for Desau as well, and what's Redmond going to take? Right side's going on his as well. Armstrong's down and away. Desau down and away. Redmond's down and away. 2 tire stops for all of them. Trying to find the leader on Trek here. Where is the 19? There he is. Still out there, hasn't pitted yet. Looks like they're coming this time though. Right side's going on the 19 as well.
All we need is fuel. What are they doing?
Yeah, I'm not sure strategy-wise that the right side's for the wise move. I think you take fuel only, you come out far enough ahead that you don't have to worry about the handling on the car. Not a great stop for that 19 crew. Look at how far ahead. The 24 was well behind him coming in. He's going to end up ahead of him.
24, Jeff Gordon.
And JT Armstrong should be our leader with Desau right behind him, and then Brian Lowe in trail. I think these are our 3 that have the best chance of winning this race, and even Lowe might be a little too far back to get this draft. And this time around we should cycle the pit stop sequence. Car 5 is our leader. 23 is our second back. The 40 is now 3.5. 24, 4.5. The 19, 6.5 seconds back from being in the lead draft. I don't know what the strategy was there, but some guys either had bad stops or just didn't call it right. And it looks like it's going to come down to a shootout of 2 cars at this rate. Because it does not look like Brian Lowe is gaining on these 2. He is continuing to lose time, in fact. That 79 just doesn't have as good of a push as the 18. If I was Armstrong, I think I'd be worried. I think this 18 is going to eat his lunch here in a minute. As we catch a couple of slower lap cars, let's see what happens as they catch them. They check up a little bit, go to the inside of Moorhead. Looks like they should get them both here on the front stretch. Yes. Now a 2-second gap to Brian Lowe. Field really stretching out our top 10. We got JT Armstrong, Cristiano Desau, Brian Lowe, Stephen Lowe, Chancey Redmond Jr., Ben White, Jared Mogart, Jack Painter, Broderick Whitman, and Joel Polson is the last in the top 10. I think there's actually a fight there for 9th on back. I think that might actually be a pack as Desau goes for the lead. Five's not giving up easy, but there's not a whole lot he can do with how much faster the bottom is around here. Coming back on a little bit down the backstretch of the side draft, but I think he's going to get cleared here in 3 and 4. We're under 10 to go. He's clear. Oh, still fighting on the outside. I just don't think he's going to win this battle on the outside, but who knows? He's giving it a go. And they finally get single file again. He's taking a look right back on him on the inside. We might get a dogfight at the end of this one. Armstrong retakes the lead. He'd love to see one of these lap cars have enough pace to get in between them, but I just don't think the lap cars are fast enough, nor do they want to ruin this race. And Brian Lowe continues to fade. He's out of contention at this point, unless something happens to one of these guys. Is that a cloud of smoke I see? swear I saw smoke. Yes, we do have smoke. Who is blowing up on the apron? That's the 42. That slow piece of junk finally gave up the ghost. And the 34 is in as well. Will we get a caution? At this point, I kind of hope not. I think it would end the race. Yeah, look at how much they've pulled out on those 2 lap cars they just finished passing. And we don't have to worry about catching the 42, I don't think. 42 has broken a gearbox. He is out of this race. 34 may resume. .34 has resumed, right in front of the leaders. They're going to catch him here through 3 and 4. They're going to get around him. 3 wide around him. They saw trying to take an opportunity as we come to 5 to go. They're also catching that 66 car pretty quickly. The lows are now together along with Chancey Redmond. Back from that second group. Is it Chancey or Chauncey? Who knows? Who cares? He's not going to win this race. The Tony prediction. Oh, the 66 didn't do any favors to the 5 there, but it's not going to be too bad. He gets clear. He's going to have to mount a charge here down the backstretch and just try to get around him again. There he goes, he's popped. To the inside. He's gonna get him here in 3 and 4, but did he go too soon? Just 3 laps to go. JT Armstrong leads over Cristiano De Sa. It's a 2-car shootout to the end here. They saw building a run. I think he's just going to sit here and try to time this thing, but knowing how he races, he's probably going to pop out right here and go for it. Nope, still sits behind him. 2 laps to go. Can't get much closer. Down the back straight for the penultimate time. Still no move from that 18 car. Is he going to wait too long? Here comes the white flag. This is the lap. He's got to do it if he's got anything for him. Be a real shame if he led so many laps and then doesn't win this race. But it's shaping up that way. He just isn't getting the run. Just not gaining on him down the backstretch. Armstrong's just got to get through this set of corners without an issue, and he's going to win this race. Little run coming from De Sa, but I don't think it's going to be enough. And JT Armstrong will win this race. And not much more of a battle for the backside of the top 10, as Project Whitman's going to come home 9th. At an average speed of 155.225, JT Armstrong wins today's race from Atlanta. Our full running order: JT Armstrong, Cristiano De Sa, Chauncey Redmond Jr., Stephen Lowe, Brian Lowe, Jack Painter, Jared Mogar, Ben White, Project Whitman, and Joe Polson run out the top 10. And 11th, Ziggy Moonglow. 12th, Tom Barber. 13th, some guy whose name I don't know, Jared Shadle. 14th, Nigel Ramaswamy, I don't know. 16th, Alex Stello. 17th, Dave Daniels. Jonathan Cheeseman next, then Tony Gunk. Nate Moorhead rounds out the top 20, 2 laps down. James DeCourtney in 21st. Chad Glass in 22nd. Molitor Hill 23rd. Nate Schuff comes home 24th. A decent 25th for a completely destroyed piece of garbage, number 34 of Curtis Griffin. And then a whole list of retirements, a lot with accident damage. And that's a replay saved. I don't need this export. Thank you for joining us for the Extravaganza test race. It seems that the streaming setup works pretty well. The I&I for this track will need some work, just a little. Once we got the wrecking out of the way, though, that was some pretty good racing. Good night.